What's going down, everyone? So, if you're like me and you're wondering what's going down with 1.04 and Red Dead Redemption, there's a lot of cool stuff, and I was able to pull up some very direct stuff today, which I was very pleasantly happy. I want to be honest with you, I got a community member that hit me up right before I was getting ready to go take off to somewhere, and I instantly hopped on this because it was under my radar while I was sleeping. So I wanted to cover this really fast, and you can see right here, it literally just says right on top, update 1.04 Red Dead Redemption beta, bug, fixes, and improvements. Now that's good. We've been needing a lot of that. The mechanics needed to be buffered. There's a lot of stuff with the I guess the free roam events that I've been noticing that have bugged out. The tin can of worms, and I've heard of crickets. Where you're buying 50 cents, but you're only getting one or none. So I mean that's not a good situation. I mean I can go on for the list of days, but we're here for facts. So let's go ahead and get to them and direct from Rockstar, which I was very happy to bring up. So you can see right here we have our Rockstar support. Pretty sweet, right? And this is just updated from today, which is the 11th. So this is cutting edge news that Rockstar is taking responsibility and giving us a lot of cool stuff and information. Now, personally, I like that. When I go to an actual physical gaming website like Friday the 13th or No Man's Sky, and they supply direct information on what they're changing and what they're building for the community. For me, as a gamer, I feel a lot more confident in a gaming company when they can supply that for us. But let's go ahead and dive in and see what happens. Not only did they give us beta, even though it gave us a vague entry on the PlayStation 4, it therefore supplied right now here that it gave us miscellaneous and general story mode. So I'm excited to dive into that, and let's go ahead and start right there. Because I know a lot of people have probably been waiting for this patch, as have I, when I started noticing a lot of inconsistencies over the last 40 hours in the single player and online, progressively getting worse up into this. So my instinct of a patch was very good. But let's go ahead and see it. Fixed an issue where players could become stuck at 90% when loading in the autosave mode immediately after the mission of the country pursuit, if it was the only open mission. Now that never happened to me. If you did have that happen to you, then definitely drop a comment. I would love to know, especially if you stream. I would like to check out like what that bug looked like. I always like feeding into what the community is supplying, and if you see something that's not on this list that you've been experienced that maybe they need in a 1.0 future, definitely drop a comment because I've always been interested in what the community has experienced rather than what Rockstar is telling us they're fixing. It's just part of the industry. You take from the community and you therefore understand that the industry that will supply something back to it. But like going to the next one, it says fix an issue where players could be stuck on a loading screen when trying to restart the game after completing the mission. So they basically that mission in general was really bugged. So it was like two ways of getting out. Now I again never experienced that, but that's kind of like sounds like a hard knock life right there. But let's see another situation that we could possibly get into as we go into fixed an issue where players could be stuck at the 90% in chapter 2 if they had set up camp near the horseshoe overlook at completing the first shall be last. So a lot of these are getting stuck. So like this is major patchwork. So if we're looking at fixes for like maybe the costume cosmetics or anything else that they might have sneakily snuck in there as like exploits, which we'll jump back into Reddit towards the tail end of this and see if we can search around and see what's new and if there's any other cutting like facts that we can kind of slip in right fast. Because I believe Rockstar is being very forthright, but they're not going to tell us exactly what they're fixing for as far as exploits. If it's gold bars, you know, I guess a quick cash you can make in Valentine with like flipping over like livestock. But that's not the point that I'm getting at. The point that I'm getting at is that it's fixed an issue yet again where the autosave or manual saves were getting stuck. So there was a lot of getting stuck situations, and in the final one where they give us for the storyline, which is there in the bottom as we roll it up closer to the online, it shows it fixed an issue that loses access to all weapons and equipment in their weapon wheel after completing the replay in that lovely tropical island we came to love. Now that would suck because I've experienced a lot of like issues with the weapon wheel and the item wheel. Mainly in my experience with the item wheel is that it never sticks as fast as it wants, and I feel like the latency time is really slow. They need to make it way faster and way more precise to like get that dead eye slap like into it would be nice. Personally, myself, that's how I feel. It should be more accurate and more precise. My feels on both sides of the wheels. That's again my just humble, I guess, perception of my gameplay along with it. But I'd be lovely to hear other people's. But let's go ahead and move on to the online data and the general stability improvements. And now this was really cool because I had one of my community members, Mike, had reached out to me and mentioned that, hey, there's drops, so cheers to Mike. Like, this is the reason why I'm able to cover this so fast. Otherwise, this would have been like 6 hours, 8 hours later on, which would have been horrible. I would much rather supply the information now, since it's cutting edge news in the M7 news industry for what I've been like trying to bring to the interwebs and among everyone that's community and new. Which, by the way, pop of the bubble at this point in time, if you are new, you can hit that subscription bell right down below. It's absolutely free. Anchor supports me free as a creator. But back. So, as we sit down and go past the improvements and me giving a tiny thank you to the community member that helped me out, it fixed an issue where players removing an injured horse from the stable without healing it would result in a scraggly nag appearing when whistling to their horse. So, instead of like, having your really cool Mustang or, your really cool elite horse, you just had that horse do the stanky nag. And it just like kind of just like walked up to you, hella just trying to do the stanky leg for you. It's not cool. Scrawny lag is just the stanky nag. It's really not a good situation. But moving on past that hilarity, it fixed an issue where players could not exit the horse or the house, not the horse. I'm still on the horse. It exit the house in the mission for Love and Honor, which is the online missions that they have on there. Now, I never experienced, but I only played the run through once and never really went back to it. So now at least they've been addressing a lot of the issues that people have been playing with a lot of those, because you can earn a lot of gold, XP, and experience by just dividing your time into free roam storylines, free roam missions. There's a ton of stuff you can do in Red Dead Online. That's why I'm like really interested in where this is going to evolve, and I'm so happy that I saw the 1.04 today, because I felt it coming, and if it didn't come, I was going to start losing a little bit more, I guess, energy to want to spend directly into this. But going back into like the list of where we're getting down towards the end, where it says fix an issue where players could become stuck in the black screen after the posse leader quit the lobby in the mission in Love and Honor. So again, in Love and Honor, got a huge patch directly into it. Now I think I missed one in between the two Love and Honors, which is weird that they did that. But it says fix an issue where the players were unable to load beyond 90% in the Red Dead Online unless they entered the story mode first. How unique of a, at least someone figured out what it was. So this one seems like it's more Xbox exclusive. So for all you Xbox fans, this is what's information for you, seems like. Fixed an issue where players could crash to the Xbox home screen when resuming from a suspended state of connection in the Xbox Live services. That sucks. You can't be a multimedia service tool. Bummer. At least they fixed it for you guys and gals. It fixed an issue where players could be kicked from Rockstar's game service with the, oh, I've got that error code. I've totally got that error code, but it wasn't directly inside of like the Among Horses Thieves. At least I don't think. I know I got one or two directly that were somewhere similar to that. So this basically breaks it down into a nutshell of what Rockstar gave to us. And I would like to thank Rockstar for supplying this information. Now let's go back to Reddit. Now in Reddit, there's going to be a ton of really fun stuff, and let's go to what's hot. Yes, it can be out there, but let's see here. Daily questions and answers mega thread. That kind of seems interesting. We'll go ahead and check that out. Pop that open, and let's go to new, and then I'll go to rising. Let's see here. Can we fix the jacket? So I'm seeing there's jacket issues still, so the seems like the cosmetics of your game player and single player are still having issues. Everyone know they enable the closed circle while aiming. Are they meaning the X's? I think that's what they mean. Let's see here. Whoa, that's dark right there. That one right there in general. How do you report? Yeah, I believe you just call the authority and just give a gamer tag and they do their own cyber investigation. That's dark. I'm not even getting involved in that. That's like some anonymized situations right there. Looking at the issues and like, let's see here. Can it fix the jacket? Does anyone know the close circle? So we're looking for issues that will pop up. For spoilers, no discussions. This just came out, like, but there's a ton of situations right here. So let's go to what's rising. I think we might find a little bit more situation to keep this video short and keeping it precise of what's going down. 12 minutes ago. Let's see here. What's going on? Online. What the? Kicked so hard by my horse that it afflicted my network connection. I am clicking this. Okay, here it goes. Okay, I'm so glad I clicked this. That is good. The time and circumstance in that situation is golden. Oh my gosh. I feel so much better in life by seeing that. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We're not alone. So it seems like a lot of the situations are stabilities. There's going to be a lot more to come into this. Doesn't seem a lot more. What I am going to do really fast is see if I can search down to, I wish there was like a glitch, like thread. That usually is always the funnest one to find, like, cause then you can kind of see. But Rockstar's layout's a little bit different than most. Let's see here. But I think for the most part, let's see here, we can filter by issues. There we go. And we'll kind of wrap this up in the next 60 seconds. Let's see here. Anyone? Okay, yes. There we go. 37 minutes to go. Need help activating the legendary. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Old character, creator bug. Make a female character. So I think that's the online, like, for as far as they're still the same. GTA 5 had years ago on the FFS. So there's like a creator issue for like the characters. Large game pelts are worthless, so they need to balance out the game thing just like they did with sturgeon and the trout. Though I did like how the trout were worth almost like $4, $5. It was really, but they made it balanced. I like the economy nowadays. It's okay. Plus they gave me a lot of gold, so I was okay with that too. Let's see here. Has anyone else had their entire Red Dead Redemption game file removed trying to install the update? No, dear gosh, what the hell? That poor soul. And mine was 1.34, by the way. It was not big, but it wasn't small. It was kind of the in between the Goldilocks. Shooting problems. I've had that actually. That's actually been a really big situation where I couldn't shoot at all. Like during the online, it's very prominent in like roll of the die depending on the stability, and then again the roll of the die and like the single player here and there. It's a lot more polished in like the single player, so you don't see it as much. But it does happen from time to time. So I've seen that. So that's a very like president situation that I've experienced myself. A lovely glitch in Red Dead Redemption. What do you mean a lovely glitch? I don't know if I should click that. That's the YouTube too. But I kind of want to click it, but I don't. Anyways, the game won't stop crashing. Oh, that sucks. New update. Okay, that was about 2 hours ago. And the new supposed fix for the crashes for 2 minutes, you can freeze the crash. Rockstar, seems like a lot of people were pissed about this. Okay, so let's test out the update. I think that would be a great way to end this. And I'm gonna go ahead and go jump over, and I'll get my controller that's like somewhere near right here real quick. And we're gonna go ahead and back out. Go ahead and boot this back in. And thanks everyone for staying tuned. We'll get this wrapped up really quick. I don't like to have patch notes be that long, and I didn't have my comment board really open, so you're gonna have to bear with me as we slap into go mode. But it seems like this is gonna be a fun situation where we can kind of just give down to the news of what's going down. I'm excited to see more stability, and I'm definitely gonna come back to this game. I'll try to fit it in before maybe I do a computer build and get set up with it, just because I kind of want to like play some really fun situations. That's good to hear. The stability is like 10 times more now as I have this load in, and it seems like it's running really well. Oh, Richard, you're absolutely right. That's another thing I would like to put out there that I've experienced too, that the game won't cheat you. You randomly lose weapons. I've noticed. Myself, I've lost like one, but it was really rare, and I've only experienced that once. But one thing that I also noticed is that it will randomly detach your weapons from the actual holsters, where you have to go back into it and re-enter them. That's kind of annoying, but it's not a big thing, so it's kind of like, WTF, mate. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly see. Can we load into the online? And we'll just like jump in right here. I'm not gonna play, but we're just gonna test it. Let's see here. That's cool. That brings a lot more laughter to that little clip I pulled up with the dude that he said he got kicked so hard that he like got booted from the server. Like that was hilarious. Like I cannot believe that was a thing. So good, so freaking good. But it looks like it's loading in pretty good. Like I'm definitely digging it. And as it kind of comes into this, if there's any like community questions where this catches up with, since I'm broadcasting directly in 4K, it's about 45 seconds by the time this gets to you to pop up. I'll try to answer it towards the tail end of it. I'm gonna try to keep this under 20 minutes because then I gotta bolt right after. So it loaded in perfectly. Let's go ahead and go to our story mode. If it loads in the story mode, I also noticed how faster it loaded in a tiny bit quicker. I've noticed the stability on that was pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Please don't get shot. I'm gonna be so salty. If like some noob is just like, stability! Headshot. I was loading out, man. This is exactly what happens when you're fishing. You know, and I do have a clip that I'm working on where I got vengeance for someone trying to shoot me while I was fishing. They did shoot me, but I hunted them down in Blackwater and took them out. It's like, I feel like everyone's had that moment where they're minding their own and they're fishing, and they're having that really good moment where you're getting trout and you're pulling in freaking bass and, you know, the occasional sturgeon, and also, what was that about, man? Why'd you have to do that? And then they run off. Of course, I chase them. I hunt them. Like some U.S. Marshal stuff. Well, there you go. Everything is looking good. So, I'm going to end it with this. We seems like we have stability for both single player. We have both stability for online now. If you're experiencing inconveniences, definitely leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what the community has to say. And what I will leave it off with is this lovely, lovely, awesome internet connect drop of yesterday. This is what we used to see. And this is what the hilarity of yesterday used to be. Kick so hard from your horse, you got booted from the internet. Well, folks, this is McIver7 signing off, saying thanks again for being part of the patch notes. And if you've stayed this long in the video and you're a returning community member, thank you. And if you're new, then you can definitely hit that subscription. And I will be updating more as it comes down to the future updates for games that I play as a variety streamer. So it's your boy Mac signing off, saying have a very nice day, and I gotta run, partners, and I'll see you in the future on the prairie, roaming Red Dead Online.